So then we submit that to the insurance company, and boom, the next day they've overturned their decision. They bought the roof. It's very important for us to be doing everything we can for the customer. It's easy to sell something that's free, but when you can't make that happen, what do you do then? This customer still needs a roof. You can still be their guy, be there to present them with an option that works for them and that everyone wins.
If you want to generate some leads on your own, Google Local Service Ads might be one of the best options for online presence. Welcome back to another episode of Construction Tech Talk, where we blend the traditions of the trades with the innovations of the future. And, with me, I have a great friend, Bailey Masters, with Top Tier Roofing out in Alabama. Great guy, one of those people that I've been able to relate with just as a younger entrepreneur who was able to chase the dream and make the dream a reality. So, hey, super proud of you, Bailey. Thanks so much for coming on today and sharing your story.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. So I saw the Tua. So I might as well give you a roll tide real quick as we get this episode going. Hey, roll tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
You guys are good at everything now. Now you guys got a basketball team. It's
No,
ridiculous.
we're at basketball school now, it turns out.
Yeah, what? Congratulations on that, man. So, I knew that you were a younger dude, and I've always loved that about you because I started my first business when I think it was 24 years old. And so it's a weird situation where you're kind of like ahead of some of your friend groups in terms of like your vision and your desires, but you're in this weird position where you might not have that relatability to someone who's been doing it for a super long time at an older age. So it's almost like this lonely place, man, right? And so
Yeah,
you're younger than me. I think you were born in 95. I was born in 91.
that's right. Yeah,
I was
29.
doing some research, dude. That is impressive, man. I'm so happy for you. So I mean, what was that like? How old were you when you started Top Tier Roofing?
So I was actually 24 as well. Um, Man, and
Oh yeah.
and and you're exactly right. It's a weird place to be because a lot of people, they see you and they're like, "Oh, this guy's too young. There's no way he's got it figured out. He hasn't been around or in the trenches long enough." But I was in the sales end of it for like 5 years, so started young, gained the knowledge, and just decided to kind of see where it goes and bet on myself a little bit, and it's worked out so far.
So you were selling roofs at what, like 1920 then, or what?
18, that's right.
19 years old. See, I love that, man. I think it's interesting. I think a lot of people that go to school might make more money if they just start selling at 18, to be honest with you. Because I
Oh yeah.
remember my first sales job was I was doing landscaping in the summers when I was in high school. And I was at the Y and I ran into this guy who had a car dealership. So for 2 summers when I was in high school, I was selling wild Honda pre-owned vehicles, baby, all
Wow.
day, baby. Let's go, baby. And it was the best experience ever, man. It
Yeah.
really was. Because I said this in previous, you can sell your way out of any problem if
Yeah.
you have that skill set,
That's right.
right? When all of a sudden, let's say cash is strapped, if you can sell, baby, you're
Yep.
good to go.
If you can
So,
sell, you can do it.
so you got a family too, man. You got a big family, right? So you're a big family guy.
That's
So what do you
right.
have, 3 kids and a wife?
3 kids and a wife. That's right.
3 kids and a wife, dude. I'm out here with a wife and 1 kid, and I think it's hard. So you're out here growing the business, having kids. What was that balance like? I guess did it take a little bit to kind of figure that out? Did you have to go a little bit harder in the paint in the beginning? Tell me about it.
Well, that was always, a big motivating factor is, I have a family to provide for. So, and at the time I only had 2, so that made it a little bit easier. Once you get to 3, it's just,
Still,
pandemonium.
oh, three's a different ball game or what?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my god, I want
But
12, but that's a different story.
well, yeah, it's one of those things where, like I said, I'd gotten out of roofing sales and into just like building material sales for a year, and there's just so much freedom in roofing that I really missed that aspect of it, and just time for my hobbies and also more time with the family. So that was a big deciding factor, and
Hmm.
just talked to my wife about it, and I was like, hey, I really want to get back into roofing, but instead of just, being on the sales end, let's just try to open our own thing. I was like, I know the business, or I know the sales end of the business. I don't know the back end that well, but we'll figure it out. I did a lot of lot of studying, watched a lot of your podcast from the Start Build Grow show, and
Let's go.
just really dug in for a few months, and I was like, I really think I can do this, and just had that vision, and we took off, and it was a grind for the first year. Um, when I came out to the conference right after I had started, I mean, I'd been in business for 2 months, so I was just kind of committed to doing
That's
whatever it took
crazy.
from the beginning, and you know that's pretty much it. And ultimately, what it gave me was more freedom than I've ever had before. Um, more financial stability and income, and just kind of checks all the boxes of kind of the American dream in a way, So
Oh,
um,
you're living the American dream, baby.
it's awesome. I love it. I love having time to golf, hang out with the family, go on vacation, but still be plugged into the business and keep everything running smoothly.
You got to come out here and golf sometime, man. We got to get you out in the mountains, bro.
Can't
That's a
wait.
course, dude.
I would
Get you
love.
out in the mountains, dude. Oh my, dude, because it's funny. I was never really into golfing, and then when I met my wife, her parents have a membership at a country club out here, dude, and I love golf now, dude. Like I got a
We
golf
do.
simulator at the HOA, the rec center that we got here, dude, and I'm going to that thing to think tonight, dude. Like it's like a man video game, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
so
have a
I
room
love
in the
it.
basement now, and that's I've got one designated room that my goal is to turn this room
Let's
into the
go.
golf simulator room. So
Let's go, dude.
I love it, man.
So one of my buddies that's selling for us, he was my college roommate, and he like that's the vision thing that he always sends me. He's like, dude, he's like sending me golf simulators to put in my basement and stuff like that. He's like, dude, we just gotta get one in your basement, bro. I'm like, hell yeah, man. But hey, dude, it's
Gotta look
great,
at where
man. I'm
it's
so
like
proud.
place.
Yeah, yeah, right. But dude, I am, dude. I'm super proud of you guys. I mean, recently had an opportunity to interview a few people that I met at the very beginning at their journey, and it's been a while since we had a chance to reconnect. But it's just, guys like you or the guys that like built right, or a lot of these people that I had a chance to work with in the very beginning. I just see them just blowing it up, man, dude. And I'm so proud of you guys. It's one of those things where you mentioned you were in business for 2 months, right? And you were going to a conference in Colorado, flew out here, right? And you're trying to just consume knowledge and information strategies to kickstart it. Do you think stuff like that was pretty essential, or like do you have any like top few tips for people who are just kind of getting going, maybe people that are just younger like us, been like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that it was crucial. I mean, I I would have been just walking in blind, but like I said, between all the podcasts and just YouTube videos and whatever I could find, and then ultimately going to conferences, and you know, I my wife said, "Why do you keep going to these conferences? You've been to so many. What could you learn?" Like, well, it's for one, it kind of starts the fire. It gets you motivated. It gets you pumped to.
Stimulation.
Yes, exactly. You're hearing all these possibilities that you can grow this thing into, and you come home fired up. But also you gain great knowledge. You meet great people, networking. Just like how I met you, and here we are
Yeah.
today. So that's what it's all about. And I would highly recommend conferences and just doing all the legwork on the front end. That way you don't get in over your head. There's it's not the most complicated thing in the world, but you need to know what you're doing.
But you know how it is with business, right? There's all these weird situations that you have to learn how to handle. Right? It
Yeah,
doesn't matter if it's your job costing, your accounting, your software, is your marketing strategies, your sales strategies, how to train a sales rep, how to get a sales rep, how to pay a sales rep. There's just like a million different questions that you have. And the
absolutely.
chances are that there's either somebody in your network or someone out there that can answer that for you, or there's training courses, consultants, there's YouTube videos, there's all this information out there. I mean, dude, that's where I learned everything, right?
Abs-
It's all out there. So make sure that you're resourceful. I think just a resourceful mind is just going to do so much better. Like what do you think's been some of your keys to your success then? Like, are you a big like manifester? Is it mindset? Do you have just the ability to sell? Are you a visionary? Like what is it you think that has been kind of a few crucial pieces of the puzzle
Yeah,
to get you where you are today?
I would say it's a little bit of all that. I mean, I'm I'm huge on, manifesting your reality. I think whatever you spend
Mhm.
your time focusing on and thinking about is what you're going to experience in life. So, if you're always negged out and, looking for poor, pitiful me and things like that, good things aren't going to come to you. But if you just go in with the mindset of, hey, this is what I want, I'm going to make it happen, you might hit some
Mhm.
obstacles, some bumps in the road, but ultimately it's going to lead to that future that you're looking for. So I'm big on that. Um, let's see what else. I,
Don't be humble now. What are you good at? Because I know you're damn good at a bunch of stuff. So don't be humble. Just go ahead.
well,
Share it. This is what it's about.
I have as they would call it, the gift of gab. I'm pretty good at just talking to people,
See?
relating,
Exactly.
and
So
that's
you're
what it's.
you're charming and relatable and whatnot, and you're able to kind of build that rapport in the
Yeah,
sales cycle.
absolutely. There's always a common
Hmm.
interest with anyone you come in contact with. You just have to find that and go with it. And that's the best way is just to be authentic and be yourself and find things that interest you, but also interest the person you're talking to, and that's huge. So if they feel like they know
Hmm.
you're their friend, you have a better opportunity of getting their business, and
Yep.
a lot of times that leads to future, friendships outside of even business. So I have a lot of customers that, now I see around at the country club or play golf with or tennis with or anything like that. And it's just great to know people and be social and just keep your horizons open.
So crucial, right? And so it's funny, like a lot of my clients, whether I've worked with in the past, working with them now, become some of my best friends.
Yeah.
Because you're so committed to the work, and then you build such a rapport doing these things together. And it's you said, hey, find things that you guys can relate to, something that you guys both like or whatever it might be, or don't like, whatever. I mean, that's how I got connected with Randy, right? I went to make him a video, didn't know how to make a freaking video. My tripod breaks. He has me go to his house. We both like the Packers.
Yeah.
Go pack
Absolutely.
go.
There it is.
You know what I mean? And it was kind of game over at that point because it's like you with Bama, roll tide. You say roll tide to somebody, and they're a diehard. You guys are already vibing.
Yeah, absolutely. Last week
Mm-hmm.
I was in Cancun and, I'm meeting people from Minnesota, Canada, just really all over. And then I see one guy with the Alabama hat on. It was the day of the Sweet 16. I was like, hey, man, roll tide. And then it's like, boom, instant connection.
Vibing,
There's
vibing, dude. I love that, dude. So, I mean, what are you guys kind of like working on now? I guess how many years are you in business? How long you guys been in business now?
5.5. Yeah, it seems like we just
Five and
started
a half.
yesterday. Man, time sure
Damn,
does
man, they went
fly.
by quick.
Yeah,
So
it's
that means
crazy.
that conference was over 5 years ago, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, January was
Wow.
years ago.
So, what are you guys doing now? I guess. I mean, you broke through, right? And you're really clicking. You're doing a lot of great things. Do you kind of have like a vision for the company? Something like a goal you want to achieve next? Like, how are you picturing the next 5 years?
Well, I go back and forth with myself a lot on this. I feel like we're kind of in a sweet spot, just doing a few million a year where it's not
Yeah.
overwhelming and, constant stress and keeping up with things and all that. We still have our free time and make good money and things like that. But there's always that little itch that's like, we could get to 10 million, we could get to 20 million. But it just seems like such a big audacious goal at that point coming from where you're at. You're like, well, I've got to build out my front office staff. I've got to have project managers. I've got to have all of this stuff that we can kind of all wear these hats right now. But to get to that level, you have to have everyone wearing their own hat. And
Hmm.
so that's kind of the kicker is like, you really have to commit and invest. And there's always that thought of like, well, what if I hire all these people and then it doesn't work out? Then everything I've built thus far could
Hmm.
get washed away. So, but that's back to mindset. You can't have that negative mindset. And I've
Don't
just,
live in fear.
yeah, exactly. So I'm happy, I'm comfortable where we're at, but there's always that itch of taking it to the next level for sure. So we may do that. We may continue to just stay where we're at for a little while and see where it takes us. But I mean, we have grown. I think year one we did like 1.6 million.
Which is
Luckily,
great for year one too.
absolutely, man. I mean, we were so
Yeah.
blessed to have that. And Hurricane Sally came through at the end of 2020, and that just kind of catapulted us. And we did, probably 600,000 just in the last 2 months of the year. So
Let's
Um,
go.
that definitely helps. We haven't had really a lot of great storms since then, but we've just been, grinding, keeping our reputation high, doing what we say we're going to do, building relationships. Um, and I have a lot of real estate agents, insurance agents, people like that who see our quality and send us business, and those are also people that through this we've built friendships with as well. And
Hmm.
we're kind of exploring the restoration end of the business right now. I know a lot of
Are you
people
saying
are
like all exteriors, or what are you saying?
like water remediation and things like
Oh, water.
outs, demos, stuff like that. So we're actually doing our first water job right now, and it's a learning curve because we're kind of just jumping in blind. But
You don't make
that's
a lot of money on your first ones, though. That's how it goes, dude.
yeah, exactly. And having
Yeah.
new relationships. I have a buddy that used to send me a lot of roofing business that had a water restoration business, and he's doing something else now. So I was like, I have this roof. The guy's got water damage. I'm thinking about just doing this, on our own. And so I call my buddy Joe, and I'm, picking his brain and where do I need to start? What do I need to do first? Navigating the insurance process from that end because we're used to the roofing end, and it's so much more complicated. But
I
just having
bet.
people to lean on and help that really makes a huge difference. So we'll see how that goes. Um, but I mean, it's another way to grow the business, and we'll see.
Hey, I believe in you, man. I like it. So, are you steering that direction because of the insurance and the storms not being that great? Where you're looking, hey, what other opportunities can I capitalize on, or what's the mindset there?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, revenue-wise, last year we did probably our biggest year yet. We've floated between 1 and 2 million, pretty much every year, and I think last year we got closer to 3 million. So,
Hell
um,
yeah.
it's having the right guys on the team, the guys that are committed to the vision and things like that. But as far as the restoration or remediation, whatever you want to call it, that's more so just, hey, there's another opportunity to make money and help people. So why not us?
Hmm. Yeah, I get it for sure, dude. And now, nothing that you said too that I thought was interesting is you didn't seem super excited about like just revenue growth, which honestly, I think that's fine, right? Because with my first company, all I wanted to do was just blow that bad boy up, right? I just wanted to blow it up. Like that was my mindset the whole time. I'm blowing this thing up. I'm gonna have a massive office with a big logo on it. I'm blowing this bad boy up, right? That was the
Mhm.
vision. And then as I've gotten kind of older, my priorities shift. Right now, you're like, okay, well, what can be the most beneficial to my family, myself,
Yes.
right? And where the business is now basically just feeding me rather than me always feeding the business. So
Mhm.
now I keep my clients low. I have a wait list. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to scale super, super big. And that's fine. Do I want to refine my processes? Do I want to become more profitable? Do I want to continue to improve and become a better business? Right? 100%.
Absolutely.
So when you're looking as a contractor of what your goals are, you don't have to blow the thing up,
Yeah,
right? What do you want from the business?
exactly.
What do you want from the business? We don't think about that
That's right.
ever. We just want to blow it up because that's all we talk about in Facebook roofing groups.
Yeah, everything roofing related is always, the first question is how much volume do you do? What's your revenue?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at companies based on their revenue size I when I started, that was my goal. Hey, let's get this thing to 20 million, 40 million, whatever. We can do it. But then, after just rapid growth from day one and, just having sales guys out there and so much on my plate, it was kind of a little bit overbearing for a little while. And so I kind of scaled back and just kind
Mm-hmm.
of ran the show, did all my own sales, didn't have a sales guy for probably like a year. And now I have two with me. They're great. I lean on them every day. I'm here to help them anyway. I go to appointments with them if they need, whatever I can do. But like I said, we've kind of found that sweet spot where everyone is making a good living and also have that free time that you need to enjoy your hobbies, to enjoy your family, and all the other things in life that aren't business, and still have a great business. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have the $50 million business and the private jets and this extravagant lifestyle that seems amazing to me, but at what cost? So if I don't have time to
Mhm.
enjoy any of that, then what's it for?
And I'll tell you this, I've worked with contractors just getting going to, 50 million plus. And I'm analyzing everything, right? So I'm looking at their systems, I'm looking at financials, I'm looking at everything. And you'll usually notice the companies, of course, that are looking to scale, of course, they're putting more money back into the business. So their profit margins will go down sometimes while they're scaling. And then I look at some of the smaller contractors, and then I see this huge chunk of profit at the end of the year,
Yeah,
and they took home a decent amount. So it's like, all right. And I mean, dude, I see, dude, you're on vacations, dude. You got a nice truck. I think you get a boat or something like that, dude. You're living good right now. So it's like one of those things where it's like, dude, do whatever your mind and your desires want to go, right? So no
exactly.
pressure just to blow it up. Enjoy
Right.
it,
Yeah.
man. You're killing
And
it.
I enjoy the life I have. It's better than I would have ever imagined, honestly. I always dreamed of being successful when I was a kid, and I just always knew I would be. I didn't know that roofing would take me to that path. It actually never crossed my mind. But once I got into it and saw the possibilities, I was like, hey, I think this is going to be what it is. And it's done that. It's provided me a wonderful life to give my kids a great lifestyle and my wife and everything else. So um, we really enjoy our life, and we travel, and we make the most of it. So, like I
Mhm.
said, it's kind of like a what's the sweet spot for you is what it boils down to.
Amen. Amen, dude. And I love that, man. So what about, any things that have been working really well that you've used? It could be vendors, it could be, software, marketing, whatever it is. Is there anything that you're like, I really love this tool, or I really love this, or this has been something I really has been crucial to our company?
Well, one thing that has really, kinda catapulted us a little bit in the last year, year and a half would be, build it we have a great relationship with ABC Supply, and
Nice.
our branch manager is wonderful, and he takes care of us and, makes sure that our rebates are competitive. And I just got to go on the ABC customer company trip to Punta Cana in January, and my GAF rep, Austin, he's wonderful as well, and he's making sure that we're getting fair, rebates on that end, and always there to answer the phone if I have a question or, just anything. They're always there to help us and make sure that everything's running smoothly. And everyone will talk about the different softwares and things like that. And that's all great and wonderful. But I think establishing a great relationship with your supplier and your manufacturer
Mm,
is one goal. And I've always had, even when I was at buying from SRS and my guy Tyler, we're still great friends. Our wives are friends, and he's a young guy like me. He's actually a year younger than me, so I loved that he was a young hustler, and I bought from him. And then now he's doing his own thing in roofing because his dad has a super successful company out in San Antonio. So he's opened up over in Georgia where he lives, and he's doing great. He's killing it. So I love to see that. But when he left, I came to our local ABC Supply, and it's been great from there on. And if I need measurements, they'll order a roofer report or whatever, and just have it to me ASAP. And just really anything, taking us on great trips, and um, always making sure material is there on time and that the order is accurate. And that's so pivotal to the business that if you don't have that, then all of a sudden you start getting bad reviews and about, hey, they were supposed to do my job this day, but material didn't show up. And customers don't understand that that's a whole separate thing. They say, well, you ordered the material, it's your fault that it's not
mm.
there. They don't see that
Yeah,
it's
of
out of our hands.
course.
So that's huge. And then, Job Nimbus for keeping up with everything, and our customer relations, all their information, estimates, financials, invoices, all of that. It's a great tool to have. Um, and then through GAF, anytime that there's a I guess, a debate with the insurance company whether there's storm damage or not on this roof. We just had one in Jacksonville that they came back and they said, "Well, there's no hail damage." And so I called my GAF rep. I'm like, "Hey, I need a report for this address." He sends it to me over within 30 minutes. Boom, there's
Yeah, because
hell.
they have their own roof reports now too, right?
Yeah, you can order. They'll do a full
Mm-hmm.
Xactimate scope for you. They'll do a weather report for
Xactimate
you.
too? Really?
It's awesome. It's like $100, and they'll do a full report, and so that kind of takes the pressure of having to have an in-house Xactimate guy out of it,
Yeah.
and just use their guys, and it's so worth it because they'll get the customer a lot more money that they rightfully deserve, when the insurance company tries to come in low. So, between that and then, like I was saying about the hell report, they said, "Well, here's a hell date for last July and August." So then we submit that to the insurance company, and boom, the next day they've overturned their decision. They bought the roof. So
Mhm.
um, it's very important for us to be doing everything we can for the customer to make sure they're properly taken care of. And if you hire the wrong guy and they don't utilize all these things, then that customer would have just been left without a paid roof because
Mhm.
the contractor wouldn't have went the extra mile to make sure it happens.
Treat your vendors like family, right? I mean, that's what I'm getting away from this is, I see a lot of people, it doesn't matter if it's in Facebook groups, people I talk to, and, they're constantly complaining about their vendors. But what's the difference between your vendor and a W-2 employee? The vendors are like your backbone, right? They're doing material, they're doing so many different things for you. And if you
Yes.
treat a vendor very well and with respect, chances are they're going to go above and beyond to try to make sure that you're taken care of and so that your customers.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Like I was saying, my ABC guy, he's one of my best friends right now. Our wives became friends on the Punta Cana trip, and I know that he's gonna take care of me no matter what, and I'm loyal to him. So yeah, take your vendors, man. That's you
mhm.
can't do anything without your vendors. So have a great relationship with them, be loyal, and don't try to just beat them down on price. Understand that everyone has to make money, and they'll love you for that. So and just be a good person.
Win-win scenarios, right? Be looking for win-win scenarios always in business. It's not a zero-sum game. Win-win scenarios will make you more money. I guarantee it. So take that out of a little tip from Bailey here because it's gonna work. I guarantee it. Now, are you guys just doing insurance work then, or do you guys ever try to take on retail jobs?
We do retail. We actually do more retail now than we ever have. I would say we're probably close to 85-15 insurance to
Hmm.
retail. I mean, for a long time, we were like 95-5, and it was
Oh, I
almost like,
bet.
"Oh, well, if we can't get insurance to buy the job, then we're out." But now we've kind of taken a different approach. We've got a great financing vendor that we use. It's actually through
Hell
the
yeah.
local
I
power
was gonna
company.
ask you.
Yeah. So we use
Hmm.
Southern Company, Alabama Power here, and they
Okay.
have a thing called Smart Finance, and you just have to be a registered contractor, apply to be a vendor with them, and then the customer has to do the application through us, and they pay us directly. That way, there's no question marks. So and then it's super convenient for the customer too because all they do is add the monthly payment to their power bill that they're already paying, and so that's
Hmm.
really a lot of people like that, and if it's a situation where there's no damage and we can't get the roof approved, well, then that's an affordable way to go about it. Or even now we're seeing all these high deductibles and they're like, well, maybe I have 5,000, maybe I don't. Even if I do, I don't want to spend it right now on a roof for my deductible. Okay, so we'll finance that and it's $100 a month and they're a lot more comfortable
Yeah.
with that than just dropping 5K out of their pocket.
Even for the deductible, because that's a chunk of change, right? I mean, even 5K,
Yeah.
that's a chunk of change. So not everybody's gonna have that. I mean, dude, honestly, like, I'm just so sick of just the insurance game and like how they just toy with you and the whole
Yeah.
the whole process. And like, I had one guy that I was working with, and they had AR was like 1.5 million, and I hate AR. I hate AR. It makes me cringe because you put in all this work, you get it all done, and now all of a sudden you're just waiting for this cash to come in, and cash flow is king. So like, dude, the
Yeah.
way I've been setting it up, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't had a lot of people buy into it fully, even when I do set it up, because they do like the insurance process, and it's scary to kind of transition. But like, literally, I'll have it where it's like, dude, you have the ego view, go to a template in Sumo Quote in the job Nimbus. It's gonna have all the measurement calculations and formulas. It's gonna take that and it's gonna calculate a good, better, best system, right? Selling the best first with upgrades, all that kind of stuff. It's done in 4 minutes. They show up there, try to get them to sign on the spot with
Yeah.
financing. Hey, it's only for the best one that you want. It's $450 a month, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get all the bells and whistles. We're not insurance guys. We're roofers, right? So we'll give you guys some tips and exactly what to say, how to say it, and then you guys will just get to keep that lump sum. And
Exactly.
whatever you,
And we're seeing more of that. The customer saying, "Yeah, I'll just finance the whole deal and I'll keep that 15, 20,000, however much it is, and put it in my savings account. That way I feel more comfortable having a safety net and I'm making a payment that I can afford." So that's kind of a win-win. And we're seeing the industry transition that way. And especially the insurance companies now they're tightening up. They're not paying for as much as they used to. And so I mean, back to where we started on this, you've got to know how to sell. And it's
hmm
easy to sell something that's free, but when you can't make that happen, what do you do then? You know, so this customer still needs a roof. You can still be their guy, be there to present them with an option that works for them and that everyone wins.
Yeah, I love it, dude. So you heard it here. All right, Bailey's in on that. Everybody, I've been trying to scream that to the mountaintop to see if I can get people to convert. We'll see. I mean, if I was a homeowner, that's the way I'd go. I'd be happy with that. Give me my
Yeah,
lump sum.
put that check in my savings account and just make that payment. You know.
Exactly, dude. 100%, man. Well, cool, man, dude. You've been killing it, dude. I'm so proud of you, dude. How do I get one of these top tier hats, though, bro? You
Dude,
know, I love the logo. I love the swag, bro.
yeah, man. This is my first one ever right here. I keep it on my desk. But
Oh,
yeah, man. So this stays right here, and
OG, baby.
actually I'm gonna order some more, man. And we just did shirts a little while ago, but I didn't do any hats, and that's one thing I'm regretting.
I know it goes. I
I'm gonna
know how
get
it
a hat
goes.
order in, and I'm gonna say you'll be the first person to get one.
Well, dude, I mean, with the place I have it, I can send like just like sweatshirts. If I order a bunch of sweatshirts, shirts, whatever, I can just ship them everywhere. The
Yeah,
hats, they don't do that, so it's a little bit more complicated there. So I get, it. I know how it goes with the merch, but love the logo, love the brand, and man, you're killing the game. I want to ask you just like one more question. Then I'm gonna let you leave the viewers with any kind of wisdom. It could be a quote, it could be a book, it could be a life lesson, a prayer. I could care less. You can just leave the viewers and make sure you tell them to like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Shh.
absolutely.
All right. Lead gen. Has it been basically knocking doors and center of influence for the most part of like insurance agents, realtors? Have that been kind of like the big ones, or what's working there?
Yeah, like I said, we have a few agents in real estate and insurance. They really send us a lot, and we're so thankful for those guys and women, and could not do what we do without them, or at least not nearly to the scale that we do it. And we've never been very big on door knocking. You know, we've got all these door knocking companies around here, and they get a lot of jobs that I feel like should have been ours. But you know, we really depend on our reputation and
Really? So it's inbound from like referrals and center of influences and
yeah,
people find you online, stuff like that.
yeah, we have a great Google rating. We're one of the highest in our area, if not the highest, and we do Google guaranteed. So Google actually backs our work. If something were to
Yep.
happen, Google will pay them, and that's huge too because you pop up first when people look up roofers in their area, and
Oh yeah.
you know, they shuffle all the guaranteed people, but you're usually gonna be top 3, and, that's huge too. That's helped us a lot, and that also lets people know that you're legit. You have to have your license,
Oh
your insurance,
yeah.
and all of that to even get that. So, you know, there's a lot of Joe Blow guys out here that, you know, they might give you a cheaper shingle at a cheaper price, but, you have a problem and they're nowhere to be found. So we're big on,
Oh yeah.
um if there's something wrong, we wanna be there immediately to take care of it and, maintain the reputation. So, yeah, just networking, knowing people, getting referrals. Yeah,
Golf.
that's all super key. So,
Golf, right? Gotta get golfing with the people.
that's right. Yes,
All
sir.
right, sir. Yes, sir. Amen to that, man. Yeah, I mean, and that's something too. The Google uh local service ads,
Yes.
if you're not doing those, make sure you're doing it because it's the first time that Google has made it where you're only actually paying for the lead and that it's easy to set up. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, I'm running Google ads right now, dude, just because I wanted to mess with it. And, they got me with that free voucher or whatever, but you don't get the voucher until you pay all the money first, but still, it was intriguing just to play with it. And it's way more complicated. and then Google local service ad.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. There's people that specialize in doing that for you because it's so complicated, and if your keywords aren't targeted perfectly and all this, then you're pretty much
Mhm.
wasting money. And this is just, hey, if you are a proper contractor with your license and insurance, then you can be a part of this, and that's great, and like you said, you're only
Mhm.
if it's a lead. So
Yeah.
it's great, and we love that.
Mhm. So yeah, guys, check that out. Google local service ads. If you want Google Ad Standard or SEO, I would still hire a professional. But if you want to generate some leads on your own, Google local service ads might be one of the best options for online presence. So make sure you're giving that a go. Now Bailey, close us down, man. Get the people going. Get them hyped for the rest of the week. Let's go.
Man, I would say, what the first, like, motivational book I ever read was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I would recommend. I mean, that's of course, everyone's gonna say
Mm.
that, but, it truly
But a lot of
changes.
people haven't read it though.
That's crazy, that's crazy.
Hmm.
It's great for changing your mindset on money and seeing money as a tool instead of, something that you have to hoard and acquire and everything like that. It's, hey, money's meant to flow in and flow out, and then mindset. I'm having a hard time remembering the book right now, but um, gosh, I wish I could remember. But it's one of my favorite. It's on my nightstand, and it's just so powerful to just understand your relationship with money, and that we've been trained to just be scared to lose money when the more money out, the more money in, as long as you're doing things right. Um, so I would say keep your
The rule of
mindset.
abundance, basically, right?
Yeah, it's abundance.
Hmm.
It's keep your mindset up, stay positive, have a goal, a dream, a vision, and don't get negged out. So if you want to do,
Hmm.
man, everything that's been done is all started with a vision. So never say, well, that person could do this, but I can't. If there's something you want to do, go out there and do it. You're going to run into problems,
Hmm.
you're going to run into issues, but at the end of the day, whatever you want to make happen, this is your life, your reality, and you can make it happen.
Amen. Make it happen. And it's very easy to get jaded, right? As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a leader, it could be an employee, a customer, things just not going your way. It's so easy to get jaded. But I'll tell you
Absolutely.
this, if you have the right mindset, the right attitude, right, you can still give somebody a really good experience. That might be enough right there to help you close deals and fix your situation that you're currently in. So if you can just cover that up and put a smile on, eventually that fake smile is going to turn into a real smile,
Yes, it
right?
will.
So keep your head right. Keep your head right. It's all mindset. We believe in you. Go out there and go get it. Let's
Go
go,
get it.
baby.
That's right.
Bailey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Make sure you guys check him out. You can check him out, Top Tier Roofing, on his Facebook page, or you can go to toptierroof.com, check out what he's been up to. He's absolutely killing it. Someone we're very proud of here. So great job. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, get this thing out there, share the message. Let's go. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Until next time.